about mega milk molars. Find the sunken treasure, board chip, craft leather, complete mark. We're at Plank Cliff and now see blurg about mega milkers. Mega molars. God damn it.
Did you say mega milkers?
Yes, she.
Look what we got. Look what we got. Ready? Oh lord. Well, I will be here for the remainder of the game.
Same.
Yeah, I figured you guys would still be doing that while I came back. Turn it. What? Turn it to the right.
This is probably gonna kill me if I walk up to it, is it?
Hi.
You okay? Jump.
We got salt, crucifix.
No.
What else?
Hello, everybody. What's up? We're playing some Genshin today.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all.
Welcome.
Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
How's everyone doing?
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Trying not to talk too much so y'all can hear the game too. Besides, just me. Oop. Squish the fish.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya. Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore.
How's everyone doing?
When the
What's
catch
up?
wasn't good, we'd all go hungry.
Did you have a good weekend?
Poor kids
Do anything
were crying
fun?
all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now.
I'll turn on my camera in a minute.
I hear you're
yeah,
captain
I'm a
of
little
Swordfish
behind. I don't
too,
play
is that
this
right?
every day or all the time.
Thank you for your
so
service.
I'm way
Here,
behind.
have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Yeah, I haven't played this in quite a while, so I'm like really behind on everything. But that's okay. I'll eventually catch up to everybody else.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there? He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times.
Yeah.
It's a miracle the fighting has
I
finally
click through
come to an end.
dialogue a lot of the
Yeah,
times.
I really
'cause
hope
I'm
we
just
don't
like,
go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry,
Right.
I'm afraid I don't
I
have
don't
much
always.
information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is. Ugh. This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bone. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can.
Ugh. This guy. Would it kill him to just have
No,
a
it
normal
would-
conversation?
Yeah, it would kill him to just have a normal
What do you
conversation.
think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see about.
Dude, you're gonna die in 2 seconds.
Just prepare to be blown away!
Done.
You're a strong fighter. No, you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, we made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the
I figured it didn't happen.
You're
Liar.
telling us what the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou Commission!
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve.
No.
Peace talks. Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the feud. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun. But we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to... Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above
I love
all of this.
Paimon. She's
Won't
so
you
cute.
understand? For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? Darn. answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
No shit, we need to give her the full story. This fucker's trying to ruin shit. He needs punched in the face. Enjoy life, asshole. Jesus. I get that you're gonna see the people that got killed and shit, but like, come on, man.
So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it...
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Something's wrong.
This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch...
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Yep.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counter plan.
Okay.
These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
I know some of my characters need that stuff, so I'm like, I better grab this now. What the hell? Oh boy.
Windblade!
Why did this show up? I forgot to change the loop out. I didn't want the loop.
Windblade!
Oh, go away. I don't even know why you showed up. I'll take whatever you drop though, at least. There we go. Never know when I'll need those, I guess. Alright, I need to come back here and I need to speed up time so we can continue on this journey. I'm not in the mood to go find out where that Sealy leads. So, time. I need 10. Oh, that's 10 today. Whoops. I need 10 tomorrow. Thanks for the follow. Or thanks for the emergency food talk. Yes. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, that was the wrong time. Whoops, not settings. Things. Yes. Paimon is emergency food. I have told her that. Many times. Yeah, I do. I have quite a few characters. I've been playing this for quite a while. I'm just not very far in the story. I always jump on and I log in to get any of the gems that they offer and stuff like that. I just haven't continued the story. I have Diluc, Chi-Chi. I've got Neguina, I can't say their names very well. Rosaria, Diona, Lisa, Exilion, Venti, Yamiko, Tignori, Seguin, Mona, Kachina, Eugen, Gro, Lynette, Shikanoin, Dayu, Sucrose, Mika, Chongyun, Razor, Insan, Ororin, Sethos, Kuki Shinobu, Vishel, I can't say their names, but Kaveh, Yao Yao, Kali, Kirara, Aino, Candice, Gaming, Chivalrous, Thalma, Yanfei, Benetti, Zingling, Layuma, Ifa, Faruzan, Prune, and Zengqui. So I've got a few characters. And the wishes, I need to still wish for him. I just got her, I already have her, I don't have that one yet. But I always pay for the daily login, well not always, but I usually pay for the daily logins. The $4.99 login every day.
Well, the peace talks are upon us.
Yep.
How do you feel? Prepared? Here, take this. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to...
Whoa. This is, let's see, fierce dispute, violent escalation,
Hello.
armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages.
How's everyone doing?
Wow, there's so many! But you've thought of a solution to each one! Paimon suddenly feels a lot less nervous.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want these talks to be a success. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, excellent.
Alright, where am I going? Oh, over here. Oh. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've been playing for a while. I just haven't really worked on the stories. I mostly log in to get stuff for wishes, and that's pretty much it. But there's quite a few characters I would like to try to wish for every time they have a banner, so I try to get the daily logins and buy wishes and whatnot as much as I can. I keep forgetting to switch out her wings. I have new wings. Well, here we go.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item
For
has to
now.
do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Okie dokie.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us. Comrades, never trust the Kujo. Let's get them.
Ah, fuck.
Protect Madame Kujo.
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
Okay.
Kokomi, which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one. But hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever. let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil.
Yep.
One day,
Not
I will
surprised.
hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please.
But of course, Madame Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For
Well,
the
I
time
wasn't
being,
playing this in
however,
2021
there
that
is
much,
evidently
so
some discord within the
I think I
Tenryo
was playing
Commission's
like Borderlands or
ranks.
something. I don't know.
I would
Fallout.
therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryo Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations...
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryo Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all in one fell swoop.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Let's discuss it after we get back. How dare you cause all this crap? I feel like that's what she's saying. How dare you cause all this crap? We will talk about this later.
Your Excellency, you...
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryo Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryo Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if...
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
Declare what?
that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, What are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive
Training,
capacity.
right.
Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
Okay. Go report to General whatever. And go away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy level starting to drop.
Our hideout is down here.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved.
So would I.
I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations, and just as many measures of happiness. I have a long way to go, but that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step at a time. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you
Sure.
stay here
Why not?
on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for a while longer?
Woohoo, I finished it. Okay. Now what do I need to do? Oh my goodness. I guess we start this one. I just want to go back to the main story or the other stories again, dang it.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Was there something we could help with?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Just another day on the job for us.
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he
Hello.
already has quite the reputation on the streets.
How are
That
you?
said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind.
Huh. Huh, I didn't know there were drops open right now for Genshin. I'm gonna have to go watch Genshin. Then. There we go.
So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in.
Yep.
No problem. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. She'll be back with that Oni in no time.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last place Paimon wants to be is in a gang fight.
That's too funny.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information. Thank you. I will
Ad Astra Avocet.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is, he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away.
Anyone do anything fun?
When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street, or if I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks. Hi, Mana, so cute. What the hell? Okay. Cutscene.
I heard there's a crazed forest boar wreaking havoc around the outskirts of Chinju Forest. Didn't you go for a walk there a few days ago? Did you see it? Really? Then what about that weird kid? Word is, she's been asking around that same area about some witch. The rumors about that place are just bizarre. We should head over and check it out for ourselves.
Count me out. I just finished working overtime. All I want to do right now is head straight home and catch up on sleep.
Yeah, you look dead on your feet. I'd better stick with you till you get back. Don't want you passing out on the way.
Did you hear that? No, the part about the witch. What if it's one of the mages? Come on, we gotta go check it out. Break, Schmake. Besides, if there's a mage around here, something big must be going on. Maybe
I don't want to do the forest boar on the little witch. I want to finish doing what I'm supposed to be doing. which is asking questions.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes. Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here.
On purpose, though.
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on. Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable, so I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Okay.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the adventurers.
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him. At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officer. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start. Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end, we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The vision hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths.
How's everyone doing? What's up?
Unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight.
Thanks for all the info.
I don't know, it seems weird. Sengo's busy completing the quest.
He could have run off to.
Oh my gosh.
Word on the street.
Sengo is busy completing quest. Oh, Chivas. So much to do!
Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
All these stupid world quests. Anyways, walk us finished. She's close-up designer. She's quite inspired by the manner in which you use the net. She's raising me the whole time to help her look technique. Couldn't deal with the nagging, so I did find her something new in the ancient. Tell her go to her place. If I don't miss my guess, she's probably finishing modifications by now.
Please speak to President Sun.
Where the hell am I going? Oh, over here. Oh my goodness, these side quests, man, I swear. I'm just skipping through this, y'all. Because I mostly care about the main stories, not the side quests. Side quests, which are the world quests. Oh my gosh. Okay. Finally. I can now go back to the Oni quest. My goodness. My goodness. New. Omni. Okay, no. Okay. My goodness. Ridiculous. Alright, finally.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure, I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through,
how much more are we talking about?
a one-off payment of 397,000
Jesus.
Mora up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission. If Arataki Ito...
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid, and as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale.
Oh my gosh.
A long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You'll come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni.
Aw,
Don't
that's
worry
so
about it.
sad.
No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
I suppose the Blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the Crimson Oni remain now.
But the Blue Oni...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact,
a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline.
That sucks.
Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
But how could he do that after...
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the Blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by... The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki... Don't mention it. I'm...
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. What?
Okay, but...
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, in fact, all Oni will avoid beans. But if you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you...
Right! Knowing our target...
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use... Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild if...
Sneaky! Let's head to Yashiori.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I have beans. Let's accept this. There, I picked it up later. Well, crap. Guess I'll teleport here and go fly down, slide down. Something. Oh, this place. Fucking hell, I hate this place. All the electricity and crap.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Why not see if you can track him down using
I don't know if I've read this already or not. No, I want to investigate. Alright, what am I doing? Use elemental sight to chase the trap. Okay. I gotta remember how to do that. There we go.
There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy.
There's footprints.
Let's keep moving forward.
Footprints go this way. Dang it.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that... He doesn't seem to be looking this way. It'll save a lot of hassle.
Hey, who's sneaking around over there? Come on, show yourself.
Hey, we've been spotted.
Oh well. I'm assuming I'm supposed to sneak without.
Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be. It'll save a lot of.
Beans!
What should we do? Paimon didn't.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my, It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want. It's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Too funny.
Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. Well, whatever. If you think I'm going, I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me. All by... As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural.
Oh yeah, I don't have him, sadly. I was hoping to get him in a wish, but I never did.
You get a bit far, don't you?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see him again. Eating the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back.
No way, mister. We've accepted a...
What did you say, little one? Go on.
Well, mostly she took a commission to...
Where did I go? Why am
Looks
I
like
gone?
you aren't gonna let this drop.
Where did my
That
character
case,
go?
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall. What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a...
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find...
Huh? Who are they?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito had.
Huh? What are you talking...
Come on, just play along.
Uncle Ito? You don't look so good.
You look like you're about to fall
That's because
over.
Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny!
Yep, I'll be right there.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you...
What should we do?
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. Come with me. Saves you work.
Okay. Right now I'm searching this stuff. 'Cause evidently there seems to be a lot of swords to grab. Kinda weird. Is there anything over here to investigate? No. Alright, where am I going? Evidently it's up. Okay.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a Hey, it's not just some kid's game. I have taken part in more beetle fights, but it's not just about all the physical stuff.
Blah,
Oh,
blah,
no,
blah,
your Oni
blah,
Kabuto's gotta be in the
blah,
right headspace as well.
This is why I skip most of the dialogue
Boy, are
sometimes,
you
because
two
it's just a lot of the characters just either stroking their ego
Anyway,
or...
not a problem. You two might. And by the way, that kid has one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me. There. Let's head to that hill.
Oh my Jesus.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. My gut's telling me that there's a... Look! You see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto! Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no! Not lavender melons!
Sasha, quit.
Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else.
We will after I collect some of this stuff. Okay, collected what I needed. Oh shit. There's a beetle.
This is the one! This is the one! See? Yeah, it's on the smaller side. Just let the expert listen, you can never see a beetle's true end. It might look a bit... Young beetles that have never fought before. Oh, hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that...
Right here! Look, if we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else. What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a bet the one you guys found must be bigger.
Oh,
way bigger.
Well, looks like you got...
Oh, so...
Anyway, well, so many unreal...
As in pure...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know. I think... Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Yes, please. Let's get out of this electric storm.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But
Don't worry.
I've got this fight in the bag.
Oh boy. You should have went with the other beetle.
When did you come up with that?
I know, right?
Come on, you can take him, Lil.
He's not gonna win. The big one's gonna win.
That's...
I wish I had. Don't think I have Ito. I have no idea. I think so.
Oh, no! My little nimble ninja!
I don't play that much, so.
Dang it! Oh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Yippee goes to Vince!
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear!
The
All right, Paimon, you're up. Time.
All right, go get him, Crimson!
Whoa!
down.
Look, bud.
All right, little guy.
No.
Yay! We won!
Boy, did
Yay.
that one put up a fight. I know a real beetle trainer.
See?
My favorite character right now. I have a lot of favorite characters, and it's the chibi characters.
For you, Daisuke.
I got you. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not
Go
really
ahead,
sure
take
where
it,
this
Daisuke.
is.
When we finally get
All
back
I
to the
know is
city,
I'm
you can
grabbing
show it off to all
Ito.
your
It's a
friends.
side story.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya?
I think my favorite
There's a
is
good boy.
Chi because she's an undead character, and that's kind of cool. But I like all of the chibi characters that I've got.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're...
That's not true! I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. And not only did he not do anything wrong,
Hey, some things we don't... I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry.
Seems I can't hide it anymore.
Okay, good. You're explaining everything.
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't
Thank
me.
you.
Any of it. I have my own reasons for lying.
Nice, that's cool.
I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here.
One second. There we go.
I'm the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue
Yeah,
Oni.
we've heard this one.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale,
Oh, so you already know. Well,
so is the story from the...
everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson... But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave. The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the human. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn.
Paimon thought you were two different species.
Yep, that's right. There's
Hi,
no real
how are
difference
you?
between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions. First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protect. After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not one.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. Exactly. They would give up their... I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni.
Everyone having a good day? Doing anything fun today?
Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence. That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely...
What does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you...
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the sea. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time... The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma's... But, if you're willing to believe me, then please...
Yep, Paimon too. Just treat it like...
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so,
Don't worry.
All right. Then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently...
Okay. All right. Sorry to quit on everybody. But But my wrist is hurting, so sadly I have to be done for the day. But thanks for stopping by and joining. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.